At fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. All right, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons for me. Ooh, bad hair day, huh? Anyway, you never know when you got likes. You never know what you're gonna get. Anyway, so I wanna talk a little bit more about some Kemetic spirituality. And I know that, I had an inbox yesterday and it kind of stayed on my mind. And then some other things stayed on my mind. Once again, shout out to Facebook for suspending me from Facebook for 30 days because I just tell the truth about things about my people. All right. And my people are the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. Simple. All right. Not mad at nobody else, not putting nobody else down, but we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of greatness. So that's one of my things. And then the first thing is, so somebody inboxed me, and so I was just like, just trying to figure out, what they were really like talking about and stuff like that. And so I was like, they were telling me that I was, like to believe or be LIE, VE, whatever. And it was a lie. Like whatever you believe is a lie, but that's, spiritually and Kemetically, as a Kemetic priest, I'll tell you that's not true. What you think and what you believe is everything. That's why I try to get people out of religion, because you think and you believe certain things and then they end up manifesting, because once again, everything starts off in the spiritual realm and manifests itself into the material realm. Okay. And so, but a lot of people, they're like against anything material, and I believe that that's religion too, because all of it exists at the same time. The material world exists. You see, or it, even if it does not exist in your mind, it exists. You see a truck, a bus, a car, a plane, whatever. Those things exist, and we can use them, and their actual manifestation is there. So I'm not certain, what they were getting at, but I just want to address that you do have to have a belief system in spirituality. My problem is, do not believe in the belief system that religion teaches you, which is scary. Okay, the belief system that religion teaches you is what? It teaches you to have all faith. Okay, like everything is based on faith. Everything that you do is based on faith, but that's not true. And in fact, it can't be true. And the reason why it can't be true is because it does not include the universal laws. And I keep telling everybody, people, I'm on this thing about, go and research it. Don't take my word. And that's the other thing. Don't take my word for this stuff. Go and research it and then think about it. Have an actual, go and meditate on it. Go introspectively about it, and then think about what you've been doing all your life if you are into religion, and then think about how the difference is when you're not into religion. Because look, the universal law of action, or the universal law of work, okay, even it's even hidden in biblical scriptures. It's hidden in there. Okay. Our ancestors, the Moors and the other people that stole the hieroglyphs and the papyrus, they know that this stuff exists, but they don't want you to know, so they encoded it. Once again, I keep telling y'all, they encoded this stuff. It's in there, but if you don't know what you're reading and you don't have a clue about how it works, and your pastor ain't going to tell you how it works because he just wants y'all to give him money. He ain't got he has no vested interest in telling you how it works, as long as you show up to church every week, or as long as you pay your tithe or offerings or whatever you're doing. All right. And ain't nothing wrong with tithes and offerings, but at least they should teach you something for what they're getting from you. All right. So, but they do it in a faith way and in a deity way. Okay. So now, why is that? First of all, in the whole God thing, generator, operator, destroyer. That was the Codex Inscriptus for God. Okay. And God is once again, not Egyptian, but a Greek and Roman concept. That's because they could not explain the Kemetic spirituality and science. They couldn't explain it. So the way they explained it, they called it a polytheistic system, that there were like all these gods. But that was never the intent. The intent of all of the different, and for lack of a better word, for all of the netters. No, in fact, netters is the word. So all of the different netters. So all of those different characters, Mayat, Tahuti, Anubis, all of those different, basically netters. They're part of your nature. They are you. Just like when I talk, even Christ, Christos is you. Lucifer is you. Stop looking outside of you and look within you. And they'll even tell you that they tell you that in church all the time. They tell you, that the temple of the Holy Spirit is your body, right? But that all that other junk is junk. Holy Spirit, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, that's all made up stuff. That's not real. But if you believe that, and that's why I keep saying, so if that's your belief system, then that's how things work for you. Or don't work for you. And that's why stuff don't work for you. That's why stuff don't work for you, because you are not using the proper system of manifestation. Because, okay, and then everything is based on you being, based on sin, which is not true. There's nothing in the spiritual realm except for maybe karma that's based on what they call sin. And karma is not even based on sin. It's based on the selection of the Most High. The Most High decides what karma and what things are played on you. The universe, it decides. It has nothing to do. And that's why I told people, like, even with grace, when I did that teaching on grace, because grace is not Jesus. Grace is not Jesus. Grace is a universal law. If that's not true, look, the man that bombed, that killed them little girls in Alabama, right? He just died in jail. But do you realize he didn't even go to jail until he was like in his 70s? He was like already old before he even went to jail. And the only reason why he ended up getting caught was because he turned himself in because of his conscience. The lady that falsely accused Emmett Till, the lady that falsely accused Emmett Till, she never went to jail. Nothing happened to her. She lived out her whole life until she died. You got to understand, grace is always there, unless another God sees you and catches you. And look, all of this stuff that's going on with the cell phones and all of that kind of stuff, and people are capturing these murders and everything on tape. If that was not going on, if it was not for that happening, okay, and the cell phone and all of these camera phones and all of this stuff was all invented by the descendants of Al-Kebulon. So because after a while, it's like your meditation and prayer. My meditation and prayer is always to reveal evil. To reveal evil, reveal it. Let us know. Show us. The Most High. Show us what's going on. Show us. And see, and that's what this thing has done, and that's been the prayer of the elders and the ancestors that went ahead of us. Don't think that it wasn't. So it took time for it to manifest, but now it's finally starting to manifest. But you got to be aware that grace is not because you because you go in and you sing some hymns and stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Not to mention, most of them hymns were written by slave owners, slave masters, people that were killing you. Do you think if it was not the universal law of grace, and if they did not know about the universal law of grace, how could they actually practice a religion that would beat and kill and destroy people's families and kill and destroy them? How could you possibly do it? And so that's why when you see these people, just like you see these evangelicals, and they're sitting up there talking about their family values and this, that, and the other thing. These people own slaves, y'all. These people are rich because of slavery. They kill people, they rape people, they brutalize people throughout history. You think but all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe in their God? And we didn't have their God in Africa. We didn't. So wake up. Please. I implore you. And don't take my word for it. Look it up. All of these universal laws, they happen regardless of what religion you are, what color you are, anything like that. That's how come they ain't never been scared to enslave you or kill you or do anything like that to you. They ain't afraid of you. You know why they not afraid? Because they have no reverent fear of what they call God. Because they know that don't exist. They got you believing in it, that it exists, and that you're going to get some type of reward after you leave this planet, or, after you go, your body returns into the spirit, after you return to spirit and you get into the universe. That's what they want you to believe. But they living it up. They living it up. They having a good time. And so if they really believe the same thing that they're teaching you, they wouldn't be doing what they doing. And then even all these things, all these statues and monuments and everything they tearing down, and they going back and digging up the histories of all these people. These people were horrible people. They were horrible. Come on, y'all. These people were raping women. They were killing and castrating men, lynching men, doing all this kind. And that's why I told you, it's like, think about it. But that's your religion. You following the same. So, and even the scriptures say, do not envy your oppressor and take none of his ways. Why? Because it's evil. It's evil. So, and if y'all want to talk about it, they never allowed sin to stop them. How did sin stop them? It didn't. And you were born, and then they spread this, you were born into sin. You were born a sinner. How? How is a little baby a sinner? Really? You were born into sin because of something that somebody else did thousands of years ago that you don't even know about. And you may not even be a descendant of their bloodline. And we all know, what does it say? Once again, the life force is where? In the blood. And once again, I'll go to my example, gravity. Gravity affects everybody the exact same way. White people are not affected differently by gravity than a black person. So why are we, always so concerned about how things affect us, but they have never been concerned about how things affect them. Look at the dude Leopold. How he killed. Some people say he killed millions of Africans. Why wasn't he afraid? I'm just putting it out there. But the only way to manifest things is through work, and that's all they did. They took the universal law of action and work, and what did they do? They just got other people to do it for them. That's what slavery is. It's like, look, in order to make this stuff manifest, we gotta work. So in order for us to work, we can do more work if we got people that are working for us and we're not paying them. And that's the whole concept behind capitalism. That's all it is. It's saying, look, we gonna capitalize on what? On your free labor. And that's why reparations are due. Reparations are long overdue. And like I said, if they got enough money to be doling out trillions of dollars to corporations, and to give, trillions of dollars back to corporations. I'm talking about trillions. I'm not even talking about billions. And all of these people are getting rich, but yet and still the people that laid the foundation of the country are not included in that, is despicable. It's crazy. So that's what needs to change. So the universal law of what? Get paid. I'm gonna make up just like they made up the Bible. I'm gonna make up a new law, the universal law of getting paid. All right. So once again, don't get mad about racism, because racism is always going to exist. But get paid. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all of the buttons, but most of all, hit the love button. Everybody love everybody. Love you.